Madden 24's dropped, and the most common question I've gotten is how to build the best team in Madden. So now I'm going to show you guys how I assembled the best team in Madden 24 that I have for this upcoming tournament this weekend. I first identified what scheme I was going to run, which was going to be a man-to-man defense and a pass-heavy scheme. So let's start with our offense. I started with Bryce Young, 84 overall at quarterback. His release is my personal favorite, and he is also very mobile, which helps me create plays out of the pocket. My running back is Khalil Herbert. He is just as good as any other running back in the game, and he's also super cheap and affordable, so you don't have to worry about spending a whole bunch of coins. He's very quick, and he's able to take outside runs to the crib. Now for the receivers, we have three receivers we're going to be highlighting: Jamar Chase, John Mechie, and Kadarius Toney. My receivers need to get open, so they must have a route running threshold of 85. It doesn't matter if it's short route running, medium route running, or if it's deep route running. Jamar Chase, he's an 85 overall. He plays my slot guy. He's on the most important route, the deeper route, so he gets 85 overall deep route running. John Mechie, he gets sort of my drags, my slants of an offense, so he needs short route running. So he's got 86 short route running. While both of these guys, Jamar Chase and John Mechie, both have high speed of at least 84 or 85. Kadarius Toney is the budget option. You could go different ways here. You could go Justin Jefferson, but right now I'm going to go to Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney is only an 84 overall. He's pretty cheap, but he's my deep threat option. He has 85 overall speed to take the top off of any defense, and he's really good with using streaks or fades or any sort of deep post. Likely is our tight end. He's a free tight end from the Headliners program that you get from doing solo challenges. The reason why I use Likely is because he's 6'5", and he's also super fast. He gets 84 speed when you upgrade him all the way to 85 overall. He's a problem for any defense that is trying to guard him in man-to-man coverage, zone coverage. There's nobody who can really guard him. He's an absolute beast in the pass game. O-line now, it doesn't really matter who you have here. As long as you have elite, it doesn't really matter who you have. Our 5 O-linemen is going to be 84 Joe Thomas, 83 Isaac Samalu, Kevin Mawai, 85 overall at center, and then we have Will Hernandez and Morgan Moses at right guard and right tackle. I would prefer to have better tackles. I know right now I have Morgan Moses, but he gets the job done, and he's pretty cheap. I don't have to worry about, replacing him as fast. Now let's take a look at the defense. On defense, I run a heavy man-to-man scheme with a heavy blitz. So primarily I use defensive backs, and I also use defensive ends. My D-line is filled with speed. Montez Sweat has 85 speed, and Micah Parsons has 84 speed. The big boy in the middle at defensive tackle, our only defensive tackle we use, is going to be Jordan Davis, who has 78 speed. 78 speed is pretty fast for a defensive tackle. If you guys don't know, I think he's the fastest one in the game, so that's why we use Jordan Davis. These guys are able to get to the QB faster than anyone and can stop a rollout from Lamar Jackson at any given time. These guys are also really good one-on-one and get tons of sheds and get to the QB, so it brings more pressure to my defense. We don't really use any linebackers, so I just have some core leads to fill it in. I'm never really a big linebacker guy in Madden because they can't jump, so I put more athletic guys there, and I have more safeties, if anything. Let's take a look at our DBs. Here we go. 4 DBs. My main DBs are going to be Woolen, Sauce, and JC Horn. Tariq Woolen and Sauce line up on the outside for me, and they guard the number 1 receiver and the number 2 receiver. They play very physical as they are really big cornerbacks in the game, and they can guard some of the best receivers such as Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill, who are 2 of the top receivers in Madden Ultimate Team. They have amazing press and a man coverage, so these are my primary corners to guard those receivers. JC Horn is our budget beast until we upgrade our Jalen Ramsey from a season pass, which is going to take a little while, so we use JC Horn in the slot. JC Horn is a faster cornerback. He's man-to-man, so he's able to keep up with the Cooper Kupps, who might be playing wide receiver number 3, and they can guard the deep crossers, and that's why we are having JC Horn at cornerback number 3. Now we're missing some positions. We're missing our box guys, so we normally have about 3 people in the box in our defense. We run 3-3, the 3-3 Cub. So what I do is I use Kyle Duggar and Kyle Hamilton as outside linebackers. They're my outside linebackers in this defense. They're able to man up against tight ends or running backs, and they can also play zone coverage. If I do have to use the outside linebackers, these guys are great as they are both over 6'1", I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. These guys are absolutely great, so you guys got to make sure you pick these guys up for your team. My user is Grant Delpit. He is 6'3" with 84 speed. He's able to cover a whole bunch of ground on the defense. I'm able to guard two things at once sometimes with Grant Delpit. He's going to be my sub linebacker. I have him at sub linebacker number 2 because the way my depth chart is positioned, but technically he should be your user, and this is my favorite card to use in Madden. He's absolutely great at Browns legend. Things that I looked at with him was just speed and height. As my user, I don't really care if he can cover, but if we do need to drop him off in coverage, he does have great coverage stats, and that is going to be my user. And finally, my top 2 safeties at the top of the defense is going to be Joey Blount and Cameron Curl. 87 overall. Cameron Curl is one of the best players in the game. He gets deflator for 2 AP. Since we don't have a lot of AP to use, I normally would not use deflator, but Cameron Curl has been laying some boomsticks on players, and he has been causing fumbles. He's just been laying booms. It's absolutely great. But our other safety is going to be Joey Blount. He's more of a coverage guy. I love him in coverage. He's a bigger body. He plays great. He's got good main. He's got good zone, so he's very lethal in both coverages, just in case I want to switch up to a man type scheme. But these are the best players for your defense and just the best players in general. So make sure you guys do leave a like on the video. Also subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.